A very warm welcome to everyone on this channel, and this is Kavita, and today I'm going to start with the topic physical properties of alcohols and phenol. Now we will be discussing two important properties of alcohol and phenol which are generally asked in the exam. The first point which they ask you about is on the boiling point. So boiling point will be directly proportional to the intermolecular forces of attraction between the molecules. So higher the intermolecular forces of attraction, the higher will be the boiling point. If we talk about alcohols, then we will see that alcohols have got a highly polar bond. Oxygen is negative and hydrogen is positive. So naturally, the alcohol molecule will start getting attracted to another alcohol molecule in this manner. So you can always show these kind of bonds, and the bonds which are forming between two alcohols, they are holding the molecule so tightly and so closely that the boiling point will increase. This kind of bond which is formed between two different molecules is called as intermolecular hydrogen bond. So the first reason for the high boiling nature of alcohols will be stronger intermolecular hydrogen bonds, and same way for phenols also we may draw intermolecular hydrogen bond between one phenol molecule and another phenol molecule like this. In phenol also in the same manner you may say that the oxygen is negative, hydrogen is positive. Here also hydrogen is positive, oxygen is negative. So there's going to be presence of intermolecular hydrogen bond in phenols as well as in alcohols. Now when we compare their boiling points with the hydrocarbons of comparable molecular mass like alcohols with hydrocarbons, or we compared the boiling point of phenol with its corresponding hydrocarbon, means you have to remove the OH and write hydrogen over there, so you get the corresponding hydrocarbon benzene. So the boiling point of alcohol is greater than hydrocarbon alkanes, the boiling point of phenol is greater than that of benzene. The reason? Hydrogen bonding here, hydrogen bonding here. Whereas in the case of alkanes, which are completely non-polar compounds, you will just have weak van der Waals forces of attraction. So the bonding in the alkane molecule, one alkane molecule and another alkane molecule, is going to be purely van der Waals forces of attraction. So because of this reason, alcohols will be high boiling than alkanes, and same in phenols. Phenols will have hydrogen bonding, whereas benzene will just have weak van der Waals forces of attraction because it is not a polar molecule, it is just a non-polar molecule. Now we will see the different types of alcohols and their boiling points. Let us now compare the boiling points of these three isomers of butyl alcohol. The first one is a linear isomer, N-butyl alcohol. The second one is a branched isomer, isopropyl alcohol. We all know this is the fragment which we look for in iso group. So this is isobutyl alcohol. And the last one is going to be a tertiary butyl alcohol. So often question is asked on the comparison of the boiling point between these three isomers or any of the three isomers of a given alcohol. This first one is a straight chain compound, so naturally it is going to have a higher surface area. Due to higher surface area, its van der Waals forces of attraction are going to be the greatest. So more the surface area, more will be the strong attractive forces and higher will be the boiling point. Here in this case we have seen the branching has started, one branch is there, so the branching is, due to branching the surface area is going to reduce. We'll say lower surface area or lesser surface area will be there, and due to less surface area the van der Waals forces of attraction are going to be comparatively weak. And in the last case you have got two branches, so the branching has become extensive and least surface area we may say over here, and the van der Waals forces of attraction are going to be the least in this case. So if you start comparing these three alcohols, you have to stress on this point that linear will have a higher surface area and the branch will have a lower surface area, and the boiling point will be inversely proportional to branching. Boiling point is inversely proportional to branching and boiling point is directly proportional to surface area. More the branching, less will be the boiling point. More the surface area, more will be the boiling point. We can also compare the boiling point of the alcohols of different carbon lengths. The smallest carbon length is of ethanol over here, and the longest carbon chain is of heptanol over here. So longer the chain, the size of alkyl group is greater. So as the size of the alkyl group goes on increasing, the non-polar nature of the molecule increases, or the hydrophobic part of the molecule increases. Hydrophobic means, hydro means water, phobia means repulsion or hatred, so it starts repelling water. So as the size of alkyl group goes on increasing, the tendency to get attracted towards water will go on decreasing, and the tendency to form hydrogen bond will also go on decreasing. So as we start ascending the series, the homologous series of alcohols or phenols, the solubility will go on decreasing. So first compound will be highly soluble in water, the second will be little less soluble, and as we start going down, the size of the alkyl group goes on increasing and the solubility in water will go on decreasing. Reason, its non-polar nature is going on increasing. Same way, if I ask a question on phenol and comparing its solubility in water with that of toluene in water, or let us say methylphenol in water. So what is methylphenol? We have already known this, paracresol this is. So if question on solubility is asked in water for this, of course phenol will be highly soluble because it has a benzene ring which is comparatively smaller than this part, toluene part. So as the size of the non-polar group goes on increasing, the tendency to attract water goes on decreasing and the solubility also goes on decreasing. So the top members of all the families are going to be soluble in water to a greater extent as compared to the bottom members. Now these members, if they are not soluble in water, they are going to be soluble in organic solvents. The organic solvents, like for example chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide, etc. So please remember, question is definitely going to be there in board exam on boiling point. Why is a particular compound having a high boiling point? So your answer must be because it has stronger intermolecular forces of attraction. And then find out which intermolecular forces are there. So they can be your dipole-dipole bonds, which can be of special type. For example, now we studied there were hydrogen bonds in alcohol. So this can be the first answer. Or sometimes you can always say van der Waals forces, because van der Waals forces are always going to be universal. So every compound is going to have van der Waals forces, but they may also have dipole-dipole forces. Now let us compare the boiling points of these four functional groups which can be there in exam. Hydrocarbons have the least boiling point and alcohols have the highest boiling point. The reason for that is hydrocarbons are completely non-polar compounds and alcohols are highly polar. Aldehydes and ketones are also very polar and ethers are also polar. So since these compounds are polar, they might have definitely dipole-dipole interactions. So all these have strong interactions, intermolecular forces of attractions, dipole-dipole forces. What kind of forces are present in alcohols? We have seen they can be hydrogen bond, number one, and number two, they can be van der Waals forces. So two forces are operational in alcohols. In aldehydes and ketones, you will just have dipole-dipole, no hydrogen bonding possible here. So only dipole-dipole and van der Waals forces. In the case of ethers, they are not that polar. They are least polar of all these three compounds, out of these three compounds. But still, they will also have dipole-dipole forces, but not that strong as they are in case of aldehydes and ketones or as in the case of alcohols. So the first is weak dipole-dipole forces, we may say, and the second is van der Waals forces of attraction. Coming to hydrocarbons, since they do not have any polar bond, their only forces of attraction are van der Waals forces of attraction. There is no other force. So why are alcohols the highest? Because they have the strongest forces of attraction, and hydrocarbons the least because they have weakest intermolecular forces of attraction. Let us look at the second property now, solubility. Let us discuss the solubility with these compounds only, which we have drawn in the previous slide. So here again the same thing we talk about. This is going to be a non-polar hydrocarbon. Ether is going to be polar. Aldehydes, ketones are polar. Alcohols are polar. So please remember, whatever is polar will dissolve in water. That's the answer. So the polar compounds are readily going to dissolve in water because water is also polar. Why do they dissolve? Is because of formation of bonds. The most important bonds which they can make is hydrogen bonds. Some of them can make hydrogen bond and some of them can make dipole-dipole bonds. So the reason why a particular compound dissolves in water, answer number 1, it's polar. Number 2, it can form hydrogen bond or dipole-dipole bonds with water. And why a particular compound cannot dissolve in water? So the answer is because it's non-polar. And number 2, it cannot form hydrogen bond or dipole-dipole bonds with water. Let us consider the case of alcohols now, how it dissolves in water. So we can draw the structure of alcohols like this. In board exam we have to draw the structures and explain, and of water we can draw it like this and show that oxygen is negative here, hydrogen is positive, hydrogen of water is positive, oxygen is negative. So we are trying to show that this is a polar bond, this is a polar bond. So polar two dipoles are there, they get attracted towards each other. The negative gets attracted to positive and vice versa. The bond is going to be formed between oxygen and hydrogen. So this bond is going to be a hydrogen bond. So this is a very good attempt. Water is able to mix alcohol in it very nicely because they are making friendship, because they are making hydrogen bonds. Now as the size of this group goes on increasing, if you start bringing bigger groups over here, naturally this group will be hydrophobic and non-polar. So as the size of this group goes on increasing, the solubility will go on decreasing because it will start repelling water, because it is hydrophobic, it is non-polar, it is oily. So this point also should be remembered. As we start going, in the top in the series, in the homologous series, the higher members will be less soluble in water and the lower members will be highly soluble in water. If they are not soluble in water, what will they do? They will dissolve in solvents such as carbon disulfide, chloroform or carbon tetrachloride. So any of the solvents you can take. Now when we talk about phenol solubility, it is also soluble in water because it can also make hydrogen bonds, which you can show like this as we had shown for alcohols. The structure is not very difficult. Look at this. This is the way you have to draw the structure. The hydrogen bond have to be shown by dashed lines, intermolecular hydrogen bonds. Always show positive, negative in the exam. That's the way you're going to show. So phenols are also going to be soluble in water. So we have finished the properties of alcohols and phenols today. Now I will start with chemical properties of alcohol in my next video. If you have not subscribed yet, do subscribe and keep watching the videos. Thank you.